Rosemary Gallagher joins me on the line because we're talking about the Pre-accelerator and that they're hosting with RDI indeed and the hub there, and they're working with Kerry and the PorterShed and all of that. But Rosemary joins me on the line today. Rosemary, good morning to you.
Hi, Keith. Thank you very much for having us to talk about the NDRC.
Thanks for joining us today. Mother of God, but I got a tune from you, so I did it all together. 2021, No Women to be Left Behind, 2024. Who are you trying to target this morning?
There's a very simple answer to that question, Keith. We're looking for startups all along the west coast of Ireland. So we're delivering this pre-accelerator with the RDI Hub in Kerry, and we're particularly welcoming applications from Donegal to Kerry to fulfil on our promise of delivering entrepreneurial programs to the regions of Ireland.
Okay, well, what are you looking for? Are you looking for people in startups? Are you looking for people with the germ of an idea? Are you looking for people in arts and crafts? Are you looking for people? What exactly? What's the ideal candidate for you?
Yeah, exactly. There's so many great programs out there. There's, New Frontiers and the local enterprise offices and the Empower program. And it's difficult to know exactly what to apply for. So for us, if you are a digital technology with a kind of global outlook, if you hope to someday take over the world, might not be your plan for the next 6 months. But if it's your plan someday and you're working on digital technology, then the NDRC is for you. And I would say as well, if you're not sure if it's for you, we're happy to chat with you and point the way to all those other great supports that are out there, because we're not doing this alone.
Yeah, but I mean, the situation quite simply is there's so many talented people out there. And I mean, we're blessed with the Enterprise Centre and Enterprise Ireland and yourselves and the PorterShed and Mary and all the team. But it's to pick the right one and to get on that journey that you're talking about to take over the world, to make sure that you get on the right path.
Yeah, it is key. It's really important. And a big focus of this program is all on customer discovery and validating things with your customers, making sure that they really, really want to buy what it is that you have to sell. So what we'll do is help you get out of the building and discover if that's the case. So by the end of the pre-accelerator program, you should be, investor ready or ready to apply for an accelerator program. So if you're not sure, how developed your idea needs to be, I would say you need to have some early indications that it might be something that people want. And then the point of the pre-accelerator is to help you get further along that path. So you don't have to have built the entire thing and brought in 100 customers to come to us. We want you before that.
So again, what do they need to bring to the table when they go? It's like that first interview or that first date. What do they bring with them to the table?
Yeah, there's a very straightforward application process. The deadlines are on 5th of July and they apply on ndrc.ie. It's a straightforward form and you'll upload a pitch deck. And the advice I always give to startups, we are terrible at doing this as Irish people. Fly your flags. Really, you have an idea. It's a very special thing. Not everybody has an idea. You have the talent to develop that idea, and just make sure you tell us about that. Don't hide your talents under a bushel. Make sure you put them out there. And I, every Friday for 2 hours, hold office hours with startups with early stage ideas, and any other day besides. So if anybody wants to reach out to me, if they're not sure, you can always do that on Rosemary at GCID.ie, or you can find me on LinkedIn, and we'll hold your hand the whole way.
But I suppose when you say, the statement you made there about kind of flying the flag and keeping your head very high from there. But, if I have a good idea and I go to you and say, look, I think this is a good idea. I think it's an Irish thing, by the way. I've seen the Americans do it and they're absolutely so confident about doing it. And you kind of look at them and then they fail, but then they pick themselves up and then they go again with something else. But I think the Irish psyche is, I think I have an idea. No, you don't. You have an idea. But I don't know, will it work? Well, if you don't try, you're not going to figure that out. But I think we have to just change. I think the younger people coming up are far more brighter than some of the people. I don't mean bright, more confident than some of the people that we're trying to catch this morning in the net.
Yeah, I think we're getting there. It does require a bit of a psyche shift. And some of the advice that I've given to my startups in the past is if you're not feeling it, just pretend for a little while. Pretend. The Irish are fantastic at the arts. We're great actors, so if you're not feeling confident, you can always act confident for a little while. And the whole point of a program like this is to prove to yourself, and prove to your customers that you are on the right track. So you'll spend 6 weeks gathering the evidence that your idea has something, and that can be a huge confidence boost at the end of it. Enough that by the end of it, you'd be able to go out and speak to investors and convince them of your beliefs as well.
When you say act confident, are you saying put up that false, I'm brilliant, this is super, this is the most brilliant idea I've ever come across in my lifetime. It's absolutely fantastic. But I suppose then the fear of that is that someone gets found out.
Well, I would say don't be false. You definitely want to have some belief in your own ideas. If there's something there, you have every right to have confidence in it. And there's so many talented people in our region. We have in the PorterShed so many talented developers, people quietly working away on just brilliant things. I even heard during the ad break they were talking about innovation in farming. And we've seen great innovations out of the West and Northwest, and in all sorts of sectors, digital innovations. It's very impressive, and we need to tell those stories. We need to build those people up.
I suppose the key message also is that if it's a thing that you don't do it yourself, you'll never do it, because no one else will ever do it for you. So this is something that the person with the idea, with the concept and all of that, they have to do for themselves.
Yeah, I agree. And on top of which, if you see somebody else do it, you'll always kick yourself that you didn't go ahead. So I don't know, use this as a time. There's a deadline coming up on the 5th of July and a program starting on the 23rd of August. So if you're in that category of somebody has a great idea and they need to get out there and test it, this is exactly the time.
Okay, so give us contact details then, Rosemary Gallagher, please, if you don't mind. Where should they go?
So, yeah, they can apply on ndrc.ie, and that has the application for the Pre-accelerator. You can also pop into me in office hours. You can do that on the same website, or you can just shoot me an email, Rosemary at GCID.ie, that's Galway City Innovation District, or you can find me on LinkedIn even. My name's Rosemary Gallagher, good Donegal name.
Okay. I think I've just seemed to have lost a feed there, so hopefully Rosemary can still hear me. But I think I've just lost it. Can you still hear me okay there, Rosemary?
Yes, I can still hear you, Keith.
Whatever happened, I don't know what happened there, but I lost something altogether, so I did. So ndrc.ie or Rosemary at GCID.ie for further details there as well.
That's it.
If they want to get in contact. Listen, thanks for joining us. You keep strong and have a good weekend. But thank you for joining us today. ndrc.ie or gcid.ie. Now, let me see. John Mulligan should be joining me on the line with sport.